going on, traders and investors? It's Rod with the POW Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news and interviews. Today is Wednesday. It's May 14th. Happy hump day. Hope you're doing well. And in this video, we've got an exciting update. SPCE stock has reached the target of 263 to the penny. You literally can't make this stuff up. So do you love technical analysis yet? Is anybody who doesn't? I question if you have a pulse. Are you alive? Do you even understand what's going on? But yeah, you might not understand how to use the tools that were given to you, which is okay. We all been there. We start off there. It's not a guarantee either. It's just probability. And we looked at the chart, and the chart was screaming that we were going higher. And we had the same thing on SPY. We had bull flags and hourly and daily bull flags on SPY. So we'll look at that. We'll take a look at the chart on SPCE in just a moment. I'll give my thoughts and opinions on the technicals and the price action, what to expect in the days, weeks, months ahead. But full disclosure, I do own it. A small position. I'm going to be holding it long term. It's not, I'm not risking the bank. I'm not going to try to, go all my life savings into this thing. It's just a small position. Hero or zero, I'm holding it for the long term. And I think there's a lot of upside here with very little risk. But full disclosure, like I said, I do own it. And this is not financial advice. You should never buy or sell anything based on anything that I say or write. But with that, there's been a lot of people in the POW Group private community. If you're a POW Group private member, you followed us on this trade, and I'm up about 10% on that trade. And again, no plan to sell it anytime soon. And a lot of people, like I said, in the POW Group private community took that trade. So congratulations to all those that are seeing some benefit. Before we get to it, make sure to smash the like. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell. You'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. And you can follow us over on X as well, formerly Twitter. Handle for that is @GroupPOW. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. So I posted this 2 days ago. You can see Virgin Galactic next target $3.63 SPCE stock news and analysis. So if we scroll over here to the price chart and just bring up SPCE, we're on SPY here. And like I said, we were looking at the daily bull flags on SPY. SPY had multiple bull flags, one on the hourly, one on the daily. We've since hit those. So if you go over to SPCE, if you're looking at the S&P 500 and the broader market, well, if you're seeing a bull flag there, what are you going to expect each individual stock to be doing? Something similar, right? And sure enough, we had a daily bull flag on SPCE. The target was 363. And when I made that video, it was $3.26. Literally the high of the day today, 363. You can't make this stuff up. And again, you just go from the low to the high, move it out to your 0.32 fib. And it was saying the target was 363, and literally the high of the day today is 363. My dog sounds like he's in the background coughing, choking. Are you okay, buddy? He looks to be okay. Good stuff. All right, so yeah, 363 was the target. Hit it. Literally can't make this stuff up. So when I made the video, we were at $3.26. So if we go from a percentage move, $3.26, we were roughly about 11% trade opportunity. But again, the great opportunity with these types of trades is we had a big move here, so you miss that move. That's why I like these daily bull flags for entries, because you have a clear level to go off of and a clear stop level. So we had our low, high of the bounce. You said, okay, we just went from 242 all the way up to 310. I missed that move, right? So you're looking for an entry, and a lot of people get confused. They don't know what to do. Like, I just missed that move. It just went up 27%. I don't want to enter now. But it did pull back roughly 10%, almost 10%. And what you can do is you can take your fib level. You can go from the low to the high. And then on that consolidation, when we started daily consolidation, meaning we lost the low of the previous candle, daily consolidation, and that 0.32 fib held. And as long as that holds, it's a potential daily bull flag. So I mentioned great opportunity here to add on that 0.32 fib because you have a clear stop level. What I recommend is allowing some wiggle room and putting it under the 0.5 retracement, because if it's wrong, probably going back down into the golden pocket somewhere around 250, right? So you could have entered here, say at 280, 284, and then set your stop below the 0.5 at 276. So say you enter at 284, set your stop at 274, you would have never have been stopped out. And in terms of percentage from the low there to the high, that would have been a trade opportunity of around 28%. So if you enter at 284 and set your stop at 274, essentially you're risking 4%, right, to make upwards of 27 to 30%. So that is a great risk versus reward. We were also not daily overbought on the RSI, which means that the follow through was more than likely going to take place, and that's exactly what we got. That's called confluence, multiple things signals, patterns, indicators all saying the same thing. And we also had an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross lining up, and then factoring in not just the factors on the SPCE chart. Yes, there was lots. There was a daily bull flag. There was a daily uptrend, EMA 12 and 26 bull cross, not yet daily overbought. So there's like 4 reasons why we were expecting more a move higher. And then we also had a POW algo buy alert go off on SPCE. And then we had a stochastic MACD and a close above the 10-week moving average. So we literally had everything that we could have asked for at this point for confluence just in the SPCE chart. But again, if you weren't 100% sure or sold just on the SPCE chart, go over to SPY. Why are we looking at the S&P 500? Because it's tailwinds, right? If the rest of the broader market is going up, we'll expect individual names to go up. Doesn't mean it always is the case, but on average, the majority, that is going to be the case. And same thing happened with SPY, EMA 12 and 26 bull cross, daily bull flag confirmation means that we have tailwinds and wind at our backs. And the fact that it did the exact same move increased the odds that we were going to see something similar on SPCE. So with that being said, we did hit our target of 363. So the next major level of resistance is up at $4.44. And again, I mentioned a big move could be incoming. And what I was talking about is the monthly bounce getting underway. And wouldn't you know it, we're starting it this month. So monthly bounce just means we're breaking the high of the previous candle. Consolidation means you're losing the low of the previous candle. In this case, it's the monthly time frame, the monthly chart. So the monthly bounce is underway. We have no resistance on the monthly all the way up until 819. So it could still be a monthly bear flag. I mentioned this in the last video as well. We'll want to get above 450 ASAP, but I do think that we could be back around that $4, 450 in a hurry, because we haven't bounced on the monthly time frame really significantly since October of last year, 2024. So I would expect us to be somewhere up around that $6 mark, $5 to $6 in the not too distant future. We do have the 50 weekly there at $6 as well. So this could be a phenomenal trade. Like I said, those that were looking to swing this thing, and you were entering the trade and following us like most people did in the POW Group private community, we even had this weekly hidden bullish divergence where the RSI has higher lows and higher highs, right, coming at a weekly oversold. And again, if you know nothing about technical analysis, just plop in the RSI indicator, relative strength index. Anything 30 and below is considered oversold, and anything 70 and above is considered overbought and generally not a good time to buy. Down here, generally a good time to buy, right? This is usually a good time to sell when it's overbought, literally, hence the term overbought and oversold. So if you look at where we were on the RSI in terms of weekly, we're down at 21. So anything 30 and below is considered oversold. 21 is very oversold. So if you just entered there, and then, like I said, if you take a look at the hidden bullish RSI divergence, we were trending on the price action. We were trending lower highs and lower lows, and then higher lows and higher highs on the RSI. So eventually, when that happens, something's got to give. And if we look at the weekly time frame, look at those weekly moving averages. We haven't seen a bull cross now in a very, very long time on the weekly time frame. The last time we had an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross on the weekly time frame was back in June of 2021. And then when that bull cross happened, the stock rallied about 320%. So the fact that we're like, look, from the last time it crossed bullish, the stock dropped 99.6%. So what do you think is going to happen the next time it sees a bull cross? More than likely going to be a lot of upside. And this could even be an inverse head and shoulders now forming on the weekly. But yeah, I would say another month or so, we could see these EMAs cross bullish. If those cross bullish, we could be easily up at around that $10 mark. And I won't be selling any of my SPCE position. I'm up about 10% now at 363 today. With that bull flag target on the daily time frame, I would have been up a little bit over 10%. But last time I checked, right around these same levels, I was up around a little over 9%. So I'm up around 9-10% on my SPC position. I'm not going to be taking any profit until maybe $10. I'll take out my initial investment, and then I'm holding this thing for the long term. Like, I'm not here for taco gains. I'll be holding this probably. I'll hold some of my position all the way up to 3 figures, to $100. You have to remember too that if we zoom out here to the monthly time frame, it did a reverse split at 1 for 20, right? So if this thing goes to $100, it's not actually $100. It's just an illusion, right? You'd have to divide it by 20. That's only $5. That's a $5 stock, right? If it gets to $100, that's easily doable. So congratulations to all those that followed on the trade. And that was an absolute thing of beauty that you could not make this stuff up, and that could not have played out any more perfect. So once again, congrats to all those that took advantage. All right, going to end it there. It's Rod with Power Group. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth, and we'll see you again on the next video.